All right, so there we go. The day at work is done. I gotta say that was a bit of a shock to the system. Yeah, the polite people in Japan, I'm gonna miss them. That's all I'm gonna say after today, but we'll keep it positive. So yeah, I've made my way to Anstey Hill. It was tempting to go home and get changed on the way, but I need to get this done before, or while I've still got a bit of daylight, and I'm also feeling quite tired because we flew through the night. And I didn't sleep on the plane at all, and had a great night's sleep last night, but I know as soon as I get home and sit down, it's going to be hard to get moving again. One thing, so in Japan I went for a few runs. I'm going to share some of those on the channel, obviously, just haven't had time to edit them yet. This is going to be a much quick video to chuck together. So yeah, expect a few videos of some Japanese action, a few of the runs that I went on in Japan. All of the runs I did in Japan though were pretty low intensity. So I'm making it back here tonight to Anstey Hill, my favourite trail, my favourite local trail, that's for sure. And I'm not going to push it too hard, but I'm going to start feeling what it's like to run up some hills again. Yeah, and it's easy to compare how I'm going to feel here. Because yeah, it was hard to it felt easy in Japan, but I think it felt easy because I was taking it easy, if you know what I mean. And a lot of my sort of mental capacity was also going into not getting lost, which didn't always turn out perfectly, but yeah. So back in Anstey Hill, we'll go for about a 10k, and then we'll head on home. So let's go, Anstey. We're back. 12 weeks to go to the Heysen 115-kilometer race, and time to get some training in. So yeah, like I said, we just got back from Japan. Pretty much spent the whole school holidays there. At first, my goal was to try and keep the training going and get up early, with the goal of running like 100 kilometers in the 12 days we were there. But then quickly realised the holiday in itself was a bit of an ultra marathon with the amount of things we managed to squeeze in. And I just enjoyed the break in the end. Before going to Japan, I'll be honest, like some of my runs were getting a bit hard to push myself out the door. I tried changing up my route a little bit. And yeah, our life's pretty busy and it's only getting busier. But now I feel kind of rejuvenated and definitely feel like getting back into that training again. So yeah, 12 weeks to go until the Heysen 115k ultra marathon. And these early weeks, if I look at the 12 weeks, are where I really want to start pushing the weekly mileage and not leaving it too last minute like I did for the 5 peaks this year. Want to have a good taper, but know that I, put in the hard work. So that's what it's all about. And today, it's also just rekindling my relationship with this awesome trail. I love Anstey Hill. This year I've been doing what I call my magic carpet loop a bit more often, leaving from my front gate and bit more of a footpath kind of a run. Sometimes I throw Cobbler Creek in, but yeah, this used to be every day running Anstey, and I'm going to try and get out here a bit more often. I recently bought a new camera as well. I've been waiting years, reading a lot of reviews and normally getting put off because the next thing's always going to be better. But yeah, managed to get my hands on a Nikon Z6 III, which just came out. So yeah, definitely splurged a bit on that. Kind of compare cameras, or I compare every big price. I compare every big purchase now to the purchase of like a custom made guitar. With guitars, they improve with age. They retain their value. Every guitar I've reluctantly sold, we're going up a hill, I've sold at a profit. Regretted selling it later, but yeah, cameras are another beast. They depreciate quickly, and every 2 years the new technology comes out. but it feels like I've jumped on board at the right time. And yeah, hopefully you see a bit of that on the channel. I won't be running with it. I've got the GoPro 12 for that. Yeah, any sort of filming I do sitting at home, or you know, photography. I wouldn't mind volunteering at a few trail races to take some photos as well, so we'll see where that takes us. Now already, as you might be able to tell by my breathing, I'm finding this a bit tougher than normal. So yeah, it was a good decision coming out here tonight. Yeah, running on the flat ground just doesn't compare to this at all. So lucky to have this nearby. All right, nearly there. Yeah, breathing a little bit harder than usual, but to be expected. Body feels good though. Okay, made it to the top. I'll probably put this video out first because it won't take long to put together, but look forward to a few videos from Japan. There's at least 3 runs that I recorded, maybe 4, in different parts of Japan. So from Tokyo to Hakone, and a few other places. Still a bit jet lagged. And I'll put one video out where we went to Hiroshima for the day, which is just kind of, it won't be running related, but it's a pretty special video. But yeah, skip that one if you don't want a bit of a somber moment, I suppose. But that one's pretty special to me, so I'll probably put that one out as well, even though it's not running related. So yeah, the idea of continuing the training just wasn't realistic. My main goal was having a good family holiday. I did say before going to see if I could try to keep running without ruining a family holiday, so decided to focus on having a good holiday. We rushed around so much though, honestly. It was like the amount of walking we did. I mean, I drank a lot of Asahi. Spot the Australian. But didn't put on any weight, and yeah, weighed myself last night and actually lost a little bit of weight, surprisingly. I was expecting to see a little bit of weight put on, but all the walking around, sweating it out. I'm not sure why Mackenzie says she's seen enough, but
Oh my god.
I am a sweaty mess.
I've seen too many cases.
Why am I the only guy here with butt sweat? I don't know.
Everyone else is wearing black. You're wearing green.
It's attractive. Bloody hot, I tell you what though, humid. The summer over there, very humid, like 36, 37 degrees most days, and just like crazy amounts of humidity, which I don't mind, but yeah, I definitely sweat it out. You'll see that in a couple of videos. Yeah, we just had a really good time. Japan's amazing, loved it. The people were really friendly, so my highlight there was probably meeting some really friendly people along the way. Yeah, that's honestly the highlight. Just their culture is amazing. Their culture of honor and respect. I mean, you go on a train, most of the time anyway, it's really quiet. You're sort of like, we had to whisper, and you're respecting that culture. A couple of the trains at various times were a little bit noisier, but yeah, you go up an escalator, for example, they all walk on the left. It was a big change getting off the plane back in Australia, especially when we had a transfer in Brisbane. I'll keep it positive, but yeah, it was kind of showed how we've got a lot to learn basically. But yeah, I want to bring some of that back with me, and I suppose as well, not try and focus on the negatives as much as I sometimes do, rather than letting those people get to me. Just, you know, move on and don't let it change you, because sometimes that can be contagious. But you know what, doing the right thing and having that respect for your fellow human is also contagious. So yeah, it was a special holiday, I tell you what. The plane trip, even though it was a long one back, we flew overnight, so we flew out at 9 p.m. I didn't sleep at all. I was trying to sleep most of the time, but it was really uncomfortable. You know, ended up watching movies, but you're back here before you know it. The levels of entertainment in your phone or on your TV seat these days are just amazing. So it keeps you pretty entertained, and you're back before you know it. And then you're getting off the plane in a different country again, and the contrast is enormous. I noticed straight away, oh, I can see tiles on the floor. Like, it wasn't as crowded as in Tokyo. But then even though it wasn't as crowded, because that level of sort of I don't know how to describe it, but you know, like I've been saying, honor and respect, you know, thinking about other people, I suppose here it's not as pronounced as it is over there, that's for sure. So yeah, it's just different. Anyway, go to Japan, get some Asahi out of a vending machine, walk down some random side streets, and you'll just be amazed. Some of the coolest things we saw were just spur of the moment decisions, or taking a wrong turn and just finding amazing things like temples and back streets and alleys with thrift stores selling all of this American clothing that they'd imported across, and the people you meet along the way as well. So we're back. The focus now is the Heysen 115k race. You can watch my training vlog from last year, which was probably the most consistent training I've ever put in for anything. My goal now over the next 12 weeks, let's look at it as 10 weeks though, because the last 2 I'm going to start tapering. The next 10 weeks I want 100k weeks every week. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's my goal, to get there and to fit it in amongst all of the kids' sport and all of the things we do. It's going to take a lot of double up runs in the morning and then in the evening, but that's the goal, is to try and at least get close to 100k's for 10 weeks. And not get injured, obviously, that's the other thing. And I'll let you into a little bit of a secret. After the Heysen, I'm going to sign up for my first 100 miler, which will be the Ultra Adelaide 100 miler. I've filled in all the forms, done all the paperwork. I just need to click pay. Thanks, Lars, for the motivation as well, but don't worry, it was already in the plan. But my mate Lars, who followed me along last year during the training vlog, he's doing it, so well done, man. That's awesome. I'll see you there. But yeah, I've just got to recover financially from this holiday as well, and I'm still kind of waiting for that bill to come through for pressing the fire alarm. I don't know if I've told you that, but yeah, there was a bit of a disaster. Anyway, that might be something to stay tuned for in the upcoming videos that'll show off a bit of Japan. And yeah, that was a big mistake. And I'm wearing this bloody t-shirt too, look at me. What a freaking idiot. There might be a $500 fine coming through for accidentally pressing a bloody red button that led to the fire brigade coming to our hotel in an eco retreat in Hakone. That's right, of all places. So you can have a laugh at my expense. I'm almost laughing. I'm laughing at it already. But yeah. So yeah, I'll get this run done, get home, see my dog. Oh, I missed Buddy during that Japan trip. It made it easier to come home to him, honestly. And then yeah, give me a week or two and we'll edit some Japan running videos. So hang in there. I've been talking for long enough. I better get this run going.
Give us the Steven Seagal run.
Home sweet home. So for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you might have seen some videos where we were looking at purchasing a house right up there with brilliant views of the city and all the trails around it. I didn't do an update, but I can tell you now, you probably know by now, yeah, we didn't get the house. It was our decision not to get it in the end, unfortunately. There was just too much work that needed to be done. The girls weren't really that keen on the house itself, even though the location's pretty awesome. It is a little bit out the way for them. But yeah, the house needed a lot of work, and in the end it was looking more like a knockdown than a repair job, to the point where every inspection the real estate agent was standing by this grand looking fireplace with brand new tiles and everything, only to find out that the whole thing needed tearing down and the flue in the chimney needed repairing. So we also had the feeling that we were bidding against ourselves. There didn't appear to be that much interest, and there was one family that came on one of the last inspections who looked interested, and it turns out that they actually ended up getting it for the exact same amount that we were willing to offer in the end, while they were still trying to push it towards the $1 million mark. So we didn't get it, but you know what? If we did pay that much for that house, we wouldn't be going on holidays like we just went on. And now, the possibility of going on more trips like that more regularly is going to get even better. Because we're close to paying our house off, and how good will it be just being able to earn your money and not have to pay off a mortgage for the rest of your life. So yeah, I'm going to avoid another 30-year mortgage by not doing that, although this would have been pretty awesome. But you know what, I'm still here now, still enjoying it, and it's not stopping me one bit. So yeah, there's the house update for anyone who's still interested. A few of you guys were saying, I hope I got it, and it was nice, you know, thanks for that. Yeah, it was a tough decision at the time, but one that had to be made. Yeah, and the future of this whole area here is pretty uncertain. There's been plans from turning it into a kind of outdoor park area open to the public, or even turning it into a hydroelectric plant, which would have been disastrous if we'd moved in up that hill. So I hope the new owners enjoy it though. It is a beautiful spot. Yeah, this is my home right here.